Manchester City 4, Liverpool 0. On April 4th, 2026, City secured their 18th consecutive FA Cup home win, with a scoreline that looks like a total annihilation. Erling Haaland recorded exactly 3 shots on target in 76 minutes of play. All 3 of them resulted in goals. He left the pitch with the match ball, the centerpiece of a clinical hat-trick. The reaction from Liverpool fans was immediate. Forums were flooded with demands to sack manager Arne Slot and director Richard Hughes. Supporters called the result a mercy killing from the ref and predicted PSG would decimate the squad in the Champions League. While City's official platforms celebrated a masterclass, Liverpool's online spaces descended into a total psychological meltdown. A 4-0 result usually implies 90 minutes of total dominance, but the scoreline hides the fact that Liverpool's system was actually working for nearly half the match. For the first 39 minutes at the Etihad, Liverpool's tactical setup was achieving its primary goals. Arne Slot had built an aggressive, high-pressing strategy specifically to disrupt City's rhythm. The question is how a team can execute an effective press against the defending champions, only to have their entire formation disintegrate in under 20 minutes. Between the 39th and 57th minute, the structural integrity of Liverpool's team simply evaporated. A tactical setup is only as strong as its weakest link. A single individual error can turn a sophisticated system into an irrecoverable mess. Look at the spatial reality of Liverpool's initial press. Ekitike, Salah, and Wirtz pushed aggressively high into City's defensive third. Behind them, Szoboszlai and Jones stepped up to lock on to Silva and Rodri, effectively cutting off central build-up play. This pressure created the game's first major opening. Georgi Mamardashvili launched a long ball directly into Salah's path, bypassing the entire City midfield. However, Salah delayed his finish. That hesitation allowed City defender Abdulkadir Husanov to recover and block the shot. Minutes later, the tension reached a peak when Ryan Cherki went down in the Liverpool box under a challenge from Milos Kerkez. No penalty was awarded. Pep Guardiola looked exasperated as the referee signaled play on. Liverpool's press was dictating the tempo, but their failure to convert these early chances left their high-line defense vulnerable to a single point of failure. That failure arrived in the 39th minute. Like a rigid pane of glass, a complex tactical system can be shattered from a single point of stress. Inside the box, Nico O'Reilly turned and forced a direct interaction with Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk delivered a mistimed challenge, conceding a penalty. It was the centerpiece of a performance that analysts rated a 2 out of 10. Following the foul, Van Dijk's body language suggested a total loss of composure. Haaland converted the penalty, mirroring his match-winning goal against Liverpool from earlier this season. This individual error bypassed Liverpool's entire pressing structure, instantly destroying the squad's tactical discipline. With Liverpool now forced to chase the match, the vertical gaps between their forwards and their defensive line expanded. This shows the resulting space in the midfield. City used this gap to connect Cherki and Semenyo, operating without any pressure. In first-half injury time, Cherki found Semenyo, whose cross bypassed Konate, to set up another Haaland header. Ryan Gravenberch was unable to close these gaps effectively. An early yellow card meant he could no longer press with the necessary aggression. 5 minutes after the restart, Cherki clipped a through ball behind a flat-footed Liverpool backline, allowing Semenyo to finish one-on-one. The 18-minute window concluded in the 57th minute, as O'Reilly and Jeremy Doku combined down the left to cut the ball back for Haaland's hat-trick. The speed of the blitz left the traveling supporters in a state of visible shock. By using direct vertical passing to isolate Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, City completed an 18-minute collapse of Liverpool's entire defensive system. The spatial breakdown on the pitch was followed by a psychological surrender in the final third of the game. Liverpool were awarded a penalty in the 63rd minute, a final chance to limit the damage. Mohamed Salah's shot was aimed at the bottom right corner, but James Trafford saved it firmly. Mohamed Salah's reaction summarized Liverpool's entire afternoon on the pitch, a complete loss of belief. As fans began leaving the stadium in the 68th minute, it was clear that the squad's mentality had completely fractured. Manchester City showed they can adapt to any system, with Guardiola successfully integrating O'Reilly and Cherki into a championship-caliber lineup. For Liverpool, this defeat exposed a defensive framework that is far too fragile under pressure. The concern now is how this setup will handle the elite offenses of the European stage. The stakes are rising immediately as they head to Paris for the Champions League quarterfinals. A high press only works if the defense behind it can hold its ground.